Okay, so we know where the stories of Jesus' death and resurrection first came from. It came from Paul, not the disciples, since the disciples did not write down anything. And we know that Paul was the one propagating or taking the crucifixion and resurrection to the Gentiles, while the disciples were probably adhering to the Q gospel that Jesus disappeared from his tomb and was taken into heaven. So Paul was the one who made up Jesus' death and resurrection. So the question really arises, is Paul trustworthy? No, because Paul is a liar according to his own statements. In Romans chapter 3, verse 5, he says someone might argue if falsehood enhances God's truthfulness and so increases his glory, why am I still condemned as a sinner? So Paul is saying that his lies enhances God's truthfulness. So Paul's subjective lies, in his view, enhances, his version of the gospel or whatever. So Paul can get away with lying, um, in order to spread his version of Christianity. In 1 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 20 to 22, he says, to the Jews I became like a Jew to win the Jews. To those under the law I became like one under the law. But myself I'm not under the law, so as to win those who are under the law. To those not having the law, because became like one under the law, as to win those who are not having the law. To the weak I become the weak to win the weak. I have become all things, all people, so that all possible means I might save some. So notice how Paul is admitting that he's a liar. He's lying, or he's trying to deceive the weak, the Jews, and the people who obey the Mosaic law. He's trying to, underhand them, or he's trying to lie to them, or be dishonest, or he's he's admitting his dishonesty, or he's admitting he's lying to win people to his version of Christianity. So Paul is not trustworthy.